Guys, this is a new one. It just came out 2 days ago. Thanks for AshMB for posting the link.
That you said, Rick, that Meghan doesn't watch the show. And I hear that a lot of times actors don't watch anything that they do.
By the way,
very fake laugh.
She won't talk to me for about 5 days after.
By the way, I never said that publicly. I say that to you.
It's fine. No one will see this.
Yeah.
It's a safe space.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's not street.
I honestly don't know what was funny about that. I honestly don't know. Let me know.
Everyone online watching globally, don't say anything.
That was kind of okay.
But I mean, it's a serious question because I think if you watch the work while it's
now, keep an eye out for the expressions that are going to come up. They are
happening. You can get in your own head about it. I mean, is that sort of the reason for it? You don't want to sort of take yourself out of the performance.
I'll back Meghan up with this because, you know, as kind of the two, you know, this is really a first time for both of us doing this series.
All right, I think a few of you have mentioned that they were probably together while they're on the series, but look at Meghan's concerned expression, and you might have noticed when they were talking, she was like rubbing her head and stuff. So again, she acts like she's laughing, but really she's insulted or upset. Like she's extremely sensitive. And for me, what can be irritating when you have someone's very insensitive to others, but very sensitive to themselves. You see that with Harry and Meghan, right? Their privacy, which really means anyone doing anything they don't like, is the most important thing in the world. Them living in a cottage that you know, his brother lived in is an ultimate insult, but they can say whatever they want about other people. I'll say this actor, I don't know if he has a good reputation. He irks me. I don't know. I don't like him very much. He just like seems kind of like, I don't know, dweeby, arrogant. I don't know. I don't like him very much.
I think we both really
look at that. Did you see her expressions, like, and the throat flexing? She's really upset.
Watch it. The whole first season, it was really actually kind of.
Look at that. Look at that.
It really did get us in our heads about it.
She's
and we didn't
freaking.
have the experience. I think moving.
She looks like she's about to cry. So I think, again, she's ultra sensitive to herself. Like, it was like a fun joke. Like, I don't think it was that funny, but it was very, like, innocuous. But, like, it's, like, crushing her. I think some of these narcissists. I saw recently there was, like, the Golden Globes, and there's, like, a joke about Taylor Swift, who's obviously does everything she can to be famous. I don't know how good or bad of a person she is, but it was, like, the gentlest joke, and she looked so mad. And I think that's the thing. A lot of these, like, very famous people, they genuinely think they are much better than everybody else. Like, much better. And, like they view themselves as, like, in the past, like a samurai or something, where, like, they could just do anything they wanted to anybody and no one could respond.
Both you and I have talked about being able to watch it a little bit more, and now feel like I'm starting to enjoy the show.
Look at her face. She looks like she's about to cry.
In your head, and it's affecting your performance.
This guy talks too much. I've seen other interviews with him. I think he's like a windbag a little bit. But look at her expressions.
Or, you know, making it difficult to connect to the material. Like that's dangerous.
Yeah, and especially watching them after the fact. It's like, what are you going to do then? You know,
and notice the way she sang it. So it's kind of like with the Mariah Carey thing. She's like, "Oh, Mariah, you're a diva." Mariah's like, "You're a diva too." Like complimenting her. She like laughed, and then she trashed Mariah Carey in the media everywhere. So like, she's the type of person that could be really dangerous because they could like laugh and act like friendly, but then again, there's like the mask slip compilations where you can see she's generally actually furious. And I've seen people like this. I remember I was at like this cleanup thing and there was this guy, and like if there was ever a time we didn't have attention, he'd act normal, you'd look at his face and it was terrifying. He was like staring at people, and it's like, ooh. Like you'll see this in people if you look for it. It's rare, but if you've seen other videos, like people where they're like so angry when other people talk.
Call up Aaron and you say,
right.
More crying.
But it's tough,
crying?
You know, and it gets into that actor stuff. You know, my dad's a DP, a lighting director, so my entire life I grew up watching shows, and he would always.
Wait, really? I thought you guys were like outside begging outside of the Sizzler buffet. That's what you said later.
Point out the lighting. So I could never watch things without noticing the lighting or those things. So now as an actress, to watch it, I can't help but nitpick, specifically about myself.
So again, looks like she had the ultimate leg up, right? Her father was a lighting director, he won Emmys, he was teaching her, and she still was a horrible actor. Horrible.
disservice that it does for me is that I love my cast. I want to watch their scenes so
Yes.
desperately. But I will say it does sort of
BS, right? Like, her part wasn't even that big. You could watch their scenes. I think she just didn't care, right? She's just like, my part's done. For all I know, she only watches her part. She probably rewinds it. And also, she is somebody who is obviously watches herself, because we see her expressions are very obviously rehearsed much of the time. So she's probably only watching her parts, not watching the cast, and this is her excuse when they're like, oh, you don't know what happened in the show, right?
I feel like when we have a table read, I get such a strong sense of what's going to happen that it feels like I get to experience each episode.
So this is a thing about her, right? This massive ego and overconfidence. Like, when she's talking about charities, she's always like, yeah, I need to come in and see behind the scenes. Like, it'll be a charity that's been running for like 50 years. She's like, well, I'm in there and I'm gonna find like a new way to do it. And it's all totally vague. So like, it's like she needs to view herself as like this massive genius. And again, it goes back to like not having a growth mindset. It's real arrogance, right? Because it's not like she's like, well, I don't need to watch the show because I'm just so amazing that I could just listen to the table read and it's the same as watching the show. Or like the charity, I don't need to have experience. I just go in there and I know everything. And again, I think that comes from like Harry and Meghan. It's like, we're perfect, the world is bad. It's a lack of a growth mindset. They need to believe that they're perfect, everything they do is perfect, they're ultra talented. Anything that goes wrong is the outside world's fault. Again, we see it with Harry. He's not talented. He's not talented. She's like smart, at least. I don't see anything about him that's talented, if I'm honest. I don't know, maybe he's athletic or something, I don't know. He's not very smart, he's not very perceptive, he's a very bad speaker. So rather than being like, let me work on improving, he's like, well, I know I'm great, so everyone's victimizing me. Same kind of thing, lack of growth mindset.
You must think I am awful.
Again, fake laugh.
The worst actor.
All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody.